let me tell you something. Don't let these women fool y'all. Women do know how to submit. They just don't like submitting to a man. But when it comes to their job, they'll submit real quick. They'll clock in on time. They'll keep their mouth shut. They'll smile when they don't want to smile and deal with people they don't even like. Why? Because that paycheck got them in check. But the second it comes to love, the second it comes to that man that they say they're in love with, that they respect, that they want to build a life with, oh, it's attitude time. Oh, now it's why I gotta do all that, or you ain't my daddy. And that's backwards because that job ain't gonna lay its life down for you. That job ain't gonna love you. But that man that you refuse to respect, that's the one that would die for you. So answer me this. How is it that you can submit to a boss who don't even give a damn about you, but you can't submit to the man who actually does? Look,
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Kol Holayim La, Albanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Jeremiah 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And you know, Esau gave these women all the privileges, the liberty, the tools, everything they needed to not have the protection, the provision, the leadership of the men of our nation, man. Okay, Esau basically has fulfilled that role with his government, man. And you know, he has again, you know, given the women the jobs that really should have been given to men. He would really give to our woman easily. And furthermore, it was also manifested in his agenda, his plan to, you know, destroy the household, man. So with this Israelite woman stating, you know, the woman submits to her job, basically submitting to the system and submitting to the devil, you know, because she knows who her owner is, who possesses her. Okay, because as I stated, you know, in a prior lesson, I believe yesterday, that, you know, she's not going to submit to a slave. And she knows that her man, the man of her nation, is a slave. The men, you know, because, you know, you have a lot of ruthless ass, you know, bitches, because that's what they are, that are literally, you know, state what I'm about to say. You know, you got conquered, this and that. Well, you know, you got conquered too. And they used you to help destroy our nation, to help destroy the family structure, the household, etc., man. And, you know, when you go into that word compass, it means to run circles around. And again, Esau is giving these women all the tools, the ammunition they need to be able to succeed and not to need a man. That's why they have that strong, independent mentality, man. Okay, because it was indoctrinated in them. And it didn't only start just, you know, here in Babylon, man. This is a process that's been going on for a while, man. Okay? But, you know, again, back to what the young lady was saying, you know, she was basically stating that she'll submit to the job, she'll submit to the boss, but won't submit to her husband. You know, it's prophecy. You know, it's pure prophecy because, you know, you got to also think about Genesis. You know, when she was talking to the serpent, that's heavily being played out right now too. You know, that's heavily being played out right now too. But as we know and as we see, you know, Esau's, you know, he's withdrawing his covenant from the Israelite woman, you know, because she's already played her part. So he really has no use for you Israelite woman no more because, you know, he has Ai and new endeavors that he wants to bring to life, that he wants to accomplish. Okay, so with her submitting to her job, she's really submitting to her owner and the system. She's submitting to her real, the one that she has made the alliance with, because they have betrayed and committed treason against us, which again, I also stated, women adapt, to survive, man. Okay? So let's grab this. I'm going to grab 3 precepts. I'm going to read something out of the Willie Lynch letter and we'll close out. It's going to be a quick hit. I don't want to write this out. Because, it's just the indoctrination of the devil, man. They were beguiled. Let's grab that. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But I fear but I fear least by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety. Okay, so women are easily manipulated. Okay, because it's not to say that women are stupid, because they're really not stupid, but you can't one up on a man, especially you and also too, they also want to play the victim in a lot of things, man. When in actual reality, they see what is right and what is good, but in this society, in this captivity, what is acknowledged. Evil is acknowledged as good, and good is acknowledged as evil. And as these women state, it's boring. It's not chaotic. It's not exciting. Because women like drama. Women like, for their emotions to be unstable, man. That adrenaline rush. Because, again, it's exciting. Because these women really think they're, in their mind, writing a fairy tale about their life, man. Okay? So let's grab that. Isaiah, I think that's chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Okay, because that's what Babylon is all about. The evil is prosperous, it's good. When it's actually shit covered in it's like in sprinkles and gold dust, man. It's just a ball of crap, polished to be presentable. Okay? That's all it is, man. This place is just diabolical, treacherous, man. And again, they have been indoctrinated, to be rebellious, disobedient to their own men. And again, this all goes back to slavery, and part of Esau's blueprint, his format, which he has established, man. Okay, because this devil is very calculated. Okay, as it states, let me grab this. I'm gonna grab my last precept and we'll close out. The so-called self-claimed white man, he's not an idiot, man. You got to keep that in mind, man. He's not an idiot. This is Proverbs, like it's Psalms, chapter 64, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Okay, so they study our people. They study our culture, our customs, how we go about things. And, they know that taking the man of the household and putting the woman in the leadership position, that the household is going to have no structure. It's going to literally be destroyed from within. Again, with them indoctrinating the women, giving the women all the tools, the necessities, and what's the word I'm looking for? Slakia. Sorry, on the tip of my tongue, I can't even think about it. But basically, giving them all the benefits to accomplish their goal, but again, which is a prophecy, man, of the curses. Okay, so that's why she has no problem submitting at the job, because she knows that's the way she's going to have to make her money, pay her bills, do this, do that, because they all believe that they're boss bitches, as they say. But when it comes to a man, you have to make more than her. Okay, you have to be on a certain level. That at one point it was the sixes. A 6-pack, 6 figures, a 6+ rod. All those things, man. And then she still wouldn't submit to you. Okay, and it's also too. Akiem got to realize too, but it's also part of our punishment as men. The way our women act towards us is just a pure example of what we did to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Point blank, period, man. And then you feel how you're fuming and you're infuriated because of the stuff we go through, women. Just imagine how Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai felt when he saw all the things we did against him, man. That it was way worse in his feelings than ours, man. Way worse, man. Okay? Point blank, period, man. Okay? So let's grab one more precept and then I'm going to read this and we'll close it on out. So it's not a light thing or a confusing thing for the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the one Ratazah. We are those vessels, and for the ones of us that come back to the truth to understand what the hell is going on and have the answers, that have been enlightened and informed through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai on everything that's occurring in our nation, man. Okay? And at the beginning, it's mad, we see things, it's upsetting, but at the end, the more you grow, the more you prosper, the more you gain knowledge and wisdom, you understand, man. It's a part of this production. It's a part of our punishment. Okay, this is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. And that's what he has accomplished, not only through our women, but through our nation in general, man. Through his philosophies, his vain deceit. Our people, going back to Isaiah chapter 30, I believe, verse 9 on down. Our people love to be told lies. They embrace the lies. It makes them feel validated. It makes them feel accepted. Because they basically see it as, well, if this devil can lie to me, maybe he has some type of care for me. Maybe he wants to see me have some type of comfort, some type of relaxation. And it's just completely confusing and just, idiotic to, for our people to really recognize a lie as love, as being, what's the word? As being shown sympathy. Okay? Colossians 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world. And that's what it is. It's of his tradition, his story, his structure, his blueprint. Okay? Because with you at the bottom, with you transgressing in an era, being disconnected, rejected, and applying yourself to his customs, his ways, and cleaving onto his philosophy, he shall prosper for more. And with him using our woman against us, it completely and utterly destroys our nation, man. As the beloved elder apostles always state, you want to see the state of a nation, look at their women, man. And now everything is backfiring, man. You got all these women of other nations, having the mindset of the so-called black woman, man. You got Title 4D, which is child support, going back on Esau. You got the Ishmaelite woman out here twerking and everything else. You got the Moabite and Ammonite woman out here, running amok, man. All these things are reversing, man. You reap what you sow, as Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because when you mock his people, you mock him. Because he gave us the guidelines, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, how to conduct ourselves, how to go about things. So with you coming against us, you come against our Heavenly Father, man, and his son. Okay? So I'm going to leave it right there on that point. I'm going to read this out the Willie Lynch letter. Because, it's a part of this man's blueprint. Salakia. It's a part of this man's blueprint. And it's a part of what he did, man. Because also, as we know, women are the number one consumers in economics, man. The number one buyers. We'll say it like that. So this is the Willie Lynch letter and the making of a slave. And I'm on page 17, which is called the breaking process of the African woman, which is really the breaking process of the Israelite woman. It says, take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Now, those tests were not nice. They were not smooth words. No, they were brutal. Okay, and this devil used to do experiments and not use no anesthesia. If I'm saying that correctly, no, to put you to sleep, to take the pain away, whatever they use to do surgery. He didn't use none of that. You women haven't not recognized or even been informed or educated on what has been done to you by this damn devil. Okay, you think being with the so-called super-clean white man who was the Hebrew Edomites is a goddamn a W, a win. Like you accomplished something, like you're finally accepted in the world, you're accepted in this society, man. You lost your damn mind, man. You've been bamboozled. Take the female and run series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way. Test her in every way. And we know the devil's not nice. He's not pleasant. He's harmful. He likes to shed blood because she is the most important factor. Listen, because she is the most important factor for good economics. Okay? Again, women are the biggest consumers, the biggest purchasers. Women love to live in pleasure. Women love excitement. Women love a lavish lifestyle. Okay? And not just women, Israelites in general, man. A lot of Israelites live beyond their means, man. But women are at the top. Okay? Because, women have to have a lot of stuff for preparation, a lot of stuff for their hair, a lot of stuff for their face, they skin, they nails, they toes, etc., man. Women do a lot of prepping to present themselves as beautiful according to the custom of this world, man. Okay? If she shows any sign of resistance in submitting, completing to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of resistance out of her. So the devil beat the fuck out of you. And amongst other things, our people have been used as lab rats, and all that. Even till this day right now. Why do you think in 2020 they said the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians got to be the first one to take the jab? Okay? Continuing on. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economic. Okay, so the devil, basically what it's saying, the devil don't give a damn about you. You're a tool. Okay, you're for a benefit, a profit. Okay, he's using you for his agenda, not yours. He don't give a damn about you. Okay, trying to liberate you. No, it's about his pockets. It's about his empire flourishing by using you, idiot. Okay, so you just submitting, you submitting to the enemy, and the enemy don't give a damn about you. And furthermore, she said that the man will die for you. Look, I ain't dying for none of y'all bitches, man. I'm not dying for none of you bitches, man. I mean, I meant to say it earlier, but I'm for Wadi how about y'all shit. I'm not dying for none of you hoes, man. Okay, I'm gonna be like Martin, and Martin, you so crazy, and they start shooting. Like, pow! Hope she ain't get hit. Shit. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor. When they become of age, understanding is the best thing. So, and again, she trains the daughter to submit to this society, to submit to the so-called super clean white man. But she also teaches the daughter to hate the men of her nation. Okay, but the white man, he's God. Okay? So I'm going to leave it right there, man. I don't want to rock this out, man. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.